Sorry for the delay. Welcome to another stream from Vega Intelligent Solutions. I'm Brian Carter, and founder and CEO of Vega Intelligent Solutions. And unfortunately, is it done yet? This thing is... I like how it just flaps around so much. It's so entertaining. Like, I could just go up to anybody and do that, and they'll think I'm a freaking crazy man. But
Wow.
so I went out and I had to find myself the cheesiest Santa hat that I could. I got my elf ears here, and had to find myself the cheesiest one that I could, and this one beat the cake. It was the best one out there. So I found it at a CVS.
I think you found a real winner, man. It's a
Thank you.
It's top notch for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so welcome back to another stream. What we wanted to share with you guys today is just go over like what's been going on, what we've been up to, give you guys a little holiday cheer. And with us we have Amanda, our team coordinator, operations of management.
Director of operations.
Director of operations. Sorry, you got to keep me in line there.
I do.
But yes, Director of Operations. Amanda, how are you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
This is the first time.
Christmas.
Ready for Christmas? This is the first time people see you.
Myself to everybody.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm doing awesome. I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for it to be Christmas, but I'm also ready for the holidays to be over.
Yeah. Hey, 1 second, Amanda. I'm getting feedback here that your sound's a little low. Give me a second.
Okay.
Turn you up.
Turn me up.
Turn her up. All right. For those in chat, dude, let's see. What do we got? Christy, tell us a joke.
How's everybody doing? Tell us a joke. Tell us a joke.
I was talking to you. But
You're talking to me?
yeah, I wanted you to tell us a joke. Go ahead.
I don't have any good
But
jokes. I don't have any appropriate jokes.
Oh God, come on now. We're not that proper around here. No, it's okay. I won't.
The only good one that I have is like legitimately, it's really bad. Like,
Yeah.
It's horrible. You don't want to hear
I won't even put you on the spot. No way. No.
Don't do it to me. They would hate me forever. They'd be like, "Who is this woman that you guys have hired?"
How do you guys like her border up there? I like cut that out, did it myself. I didn't really do it myself, but I found it on the internet, on the Googles.
It's so festive.
I think it's festive. Mine's not, but I'm looking festive. Anyway, so yeah, we wanted to go over some things today. Unfortunately, I know that I told you that we would have our awesome developer Ryan on, but that man caught the flu, okay, and it's unfortunate. He literally texted me a while ago. He's like, I feel like death. I feel like I'm in hell. So, man, it's a total bummer. And the reason we didn't do last week's stream is because I was sick. And now he's sick. It's just been going around, man. It's just going around. It's terrible, but yeah, boo on him. It's his fault.
Boo on you
for being sick. So anyway, we got Amanda. That's awesome for the first time. Amanda, tell us, operations, director of operations and what you've been doing as kind of a team coordinator. Specifically, tell us what you've been doing. What have you been up to with that? What's it all about?
So, I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been doing a lot of PR stuff. My main job is keeping everybody organized, which you think would be easy. But when you are working with a bunch of dudes that live all over the world,
right,
it's virtually impossible to get everybody together at one time. So
right.
it's a lot more difficult than you think it would be.
I love the holiday borders from. They love it. Yeah.
Holiday borders. We worked really hard on those.
Look at the snow. Look at the snow. I'm proud of the snow. It took me forever to Google that. Took a lot of hard work. No. But yeah, that's cool. You do keep us in line. Very much so. I mean, we're doing virtual meetings. We're having almost daily meetings, are we not? Like every single day, we're hard at work, which is cool.
Yep. I don't know what they did. I don't know what they did without
borders are legit, yo. But yeah, I mean, it's been nonstop work for us. And I got a second job myself, so it becomes it becomes a lot for me too. But you keep me hard at work. You keep me organized, because God knows I'm so disorganized. I just can't do it. It's tough to. I'm like the IO to Tangle. Like I get tangled up in the tangle.
Most people don't know, since this is the first time that I'm introducing myself, I'm also a mother to a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
So she's like 3 jobs in herself.
She's adorable.
So I totally understand feeling like you have multiple jobs.
Yeah.
Kind of overwhelming sometimes.
For sure.
It's everybody in the team is, the whole Vega team is so awesome, and everybody works really, really hard, and I appreciate you guys so much. And
we appreciate you. Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
You're awesome. Supergirl. Awesome. Yeah, you Wonder Woman. You make Wonder Woman look bad. Right? We need to get you a shield and a sword or something. Put you on a stream.
I legit want to have like a shirt where I like rip open, and there's like a Superwoman like logo on my shirt, and like, I want to feel like a badass for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, for sure. When are we going to see some code, man? I'll go through a little bit of it today, but I'm not going to dip in too much to what Ryan really wants to do. So I'm going to kind of review what we've been doing lately. So you're ready to get started, see some things. And I'll forewarn you guys, the price of Bitcoin is going nuts right now. I mean, it's crazy. So the volatility, the predictions, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do to touch that up. But let's get into it, right? So playing with
the fun stuff.
Get to the fun stuff, okay? So some of the cool stuff, and some of you have already seen what we can do. This is Telegram, right? And we're basically using our Vega AI to be serverless, or you can put it anywhere you want, on your Raspberry Pi, on your home PC, on your cloud at home, however you want to use it, and it can go wherever you want. So it stays with you, but you can also pull it in on those devices from like Telegram, and we're working right now on this next week, I think, working on posting it to Twitter and doing some daily Twitter posts on price predictions with some snapshots of some of the trading, some of the exchanges out there, snapshots of the graphs that we got, like Bollinger Band and many different things that we can, Mac data, many different things that we can pull in that you would find useful. So we'll throw that out there on Twitter. We'll create a new Twitter account, so keep updated for that. But some of the things that we were able to do was, I could say, can I get articles from like investing.com on BTC or something? And I was able to pull top 3. That's fast. I was able to pull top 3 of the latest news releases from investing.com, like right away, just at the tip of your fingers. You're able to pull something like that that's very informative. That's pretty cool. And then we also we use CoinDesk as well, right, Amanda? So we can say, can I get articles from CoinDesk, which I know that a lot of us use. Oh, not ConDesk. I mean, there might be cons. No, CoinDesk. Nobody's a con. Not in cryptocurrency. We haven't seen anything called vaporware before. But yeah, there you go. Pulling in the top 3 articles from CoinDesk. And not only are they the top 3, they're the most useful. So that's pretty cool stuff. And then there was a lot of other things that we did, like get Ethereum data, please. And you can ask it nicely if you really want. You don't have to be mean to Vega. And it gives you a little bit of a price prediction. But what it does while it's doing this, I actually want to show this to you. So it gave us a prediction there. It goes through these epics. And you'll see here down at the very bottom in our logs just what's happening on the back end of this. Going to the epics, which are points of captured data in time, and doing analysis over each one of these epics to create its price predictions. So that's pretty cool right there. So just to be able to see that, and then we had some other commands here, like getting market status was another one. Get market status for like Ethereum, right? And what this does is it brings back like the status from investing.com. It can do long-term, short-term analysis of, is it a bull market? Is it a bearish market right now? Obviously, it's a bull. We saw it shoot up the other day. Same thing with BTC. You can get market status for BTC. So some of you may have already seen this course. So I just kind of wanted to go through this and remind you. I don't know. Do we have my favorite boy Lutz out there? Where's Lutz at? I've been on his radio show a couple times. In here. He better be. Where is that? Where is that bastard? No, you. So he's like, no, you spank that Vega. You don't be nice to it.
Did you see Christy's comment?
Yeah, she's a.
Every time your head moves.
Every time my head moves, you know, I got that. I just like the way the thing just shakes around. Okay. Anyway, stop that. It's nice that I can turn it off and I don't have to sit here and go through the entire freaking song, right? But I like my big ears, so for all of you asking questions out there, I'll be able to hear you. No, just kidding. Cool beans. It does move on its own. Isn't that freaky? Like I said, man, people think I'm crazy walking around with this hat.
It's the best hat ever.
Thank you. But anyway, so yeah, you can see market status. If Lutz isn't out there, listen, we're gonna pull something off here. So I've got a little. I'll show you guys. We've got a little backup of intent called Lutz's Porn Collection, and all these are you know, JSON files. We've been backing these things up to feed into like Google TensorFlow, feed into different machine learning systems. And like if I pull this up, actually, I'll just pull it up in PyCharm here. You know, different things. Get exchange data. That's another one that I can pull up. Let me bring down this log. Basically, this is a JSON file, really, for being able to train the bot itself with different intents. So you'll see here we have different parameters, some being what cryptocurrency you would be looking at, and this is going to be for exchange data in the future. So we haven't quite implemented this one, but it's cool that we already have placeholders for some of this to bring in any cryptocurrency we want to. All we got to do is plug that into the machine learning bot, right? So Lutz, on the other hand, he's got his own little JSON porn collection here, and we'll get into we'll just go ahead and ask Vega. What is it? Find. Oh yeah. Well, we gotta find Lutz's porn collection, wherever it is out there. Okay, so it says, sorry, I can't access Lutz's recycle bin. That's unfortunate. I mean, from what I heard, this guy, Cryptocore radio host, he's an awesome dude. He's fun to talk to, right? So its abstract system can trade with any cryptocurrency as long as it's configured. Basically, yeah. I mean, not only that, but I'll get into that. But yeah, I mean, Lutz has been awesome lately, and I wanted to throw something in there for him. And we went through on I think the first radio show we were talking about how many volumes and different like editions of porn that he has out there. I don't know how he got into the subject, but yeah, I mean, apparently he wanted to share that with everybody. He's not scared to do that, but fun stuff, guys. Great show so far. Thanks, guys. So yeah, pretty cool stuff that we can do with the Vega bot. I kind of wanted to get in and just go through a very kind of broad walkthrough of the code. I'm not going to get into detail because I want to leave that up to Ryan. So let's go back through here. We've got the ML bot. Obviously, we're building this in Python right now. So just to go through the recurring neural network. So basically, with recurring neural network, you got to create a linear regression, right? You got to have your x-axis. You got to have your y-axis. So as you can see here, your x-axis are different partitions. Your y-axis is the market targets, and that's creating the prediction based on probabilities and the trends. Now the interesting part with recurring neural network is it not only has a short-term memory, but it also has a long-term memory. So to be able to remove kind of that some of these gradients that lose their memory of, well, what happened 2 years ago with Bitcoin when similar things were happening in the market, right? Or just this last year when we saw it go from like 1,000 to a few thousand at the beginning of this year. I mean, different things like that. Say we're 10 years down the road. That's viable. It's useful information. We don't want to lose, right? So the interesting part is this right here is using that in the predict coin function to create that recurring neural network. Keep the x-axis, the y-axis on the markets, and also predict the trend using both short-term and long-term history. Cool beans. And then you'll see here we've got predicting the coin price, and we focused on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's see. We were using the close price, which we actually just set ourselves. There's not really an open and close, right, to some of the market or all the market on cryptocurrencies. So we wanted to use that as kind of like an open and stopping point, just to collect data within a 24-hour time period and see what's going within that short-term analysis, to see what's going on in that 24 hours and be able to analyze that and not, you know, say something's bullish at that moment. And we've seen Bitcoin go up $3,000-$5,000 before in 24 hours. Something like that we need to harness within an open and close. So that's kind of why we set that. But obviously, that's not truly the case in the market and how it's exchanged. So this goes and initializes the RNN, and we've got a sigmoid activation function for the long-term, short-term memory.
Cool beans. Are there any questions down here that we haven't?
What do we got?
Let's look down here.
That would be good. Anyway, cool beans indeed. It's price. There is a pin and close actually. It's the price. Okay, UTC, right? So, but in reality, it's not like Forex, right? Where we actually see the market open and close. You know, and that's something that we definitely want to implement as well into our predictions, because we actually might see. I believe that once we do that, and I think that'll be on our upcoming roadmap before the end of this ICO. I mean, I want to be able to have some Forex predictions out there for you guys to actually see how valuable this really is and how it really does work. With Bitcoin, there's a big challenge there. With any cryptocurrency, there's a very humongous challenge to try to create the predictions around. But with something like Forex, this kind of thing is already being used. I mean, we can talk about Bloomberg, for example. They use it, and they charge, get this, $25,000 a year for Bloomberg, for something that we're trying to do, you know, right now with something like this. $25,000 a year, $2,000 a month. I mean, honestly, it's incredible. The terminals out there can do amazing things. But we're trying to accomplish similar things, and we're definitely not charging $25,000. So,
okay.
What else? And are they the RNNs followed restrict Boltzmann machine learning method, and are they layered for deep learning and gradient boosting? Yeah, absolutely. So you can, like, say we see certain sentiments in the market. What we can do is actually boost those, which increases like the overall score of that simple factor, that simple piece of data. And just by boosting something like that, say social media, for instance, when we start bringing that into the prediction, or start bringing the latest news articles and analysis into predictions, we'll see the kind of the cause and effect on what's going on right now currently in the news, or what's going on there in social media that made, you know, the price fall or rise. And like I said, what we can do is kind of boost things like that and input certain keywords, certain intents, right, into the machine learning process that boosts itself whenever it comes by it again later down the road. So some pretty cool stuff there for sure. So thanks for the questions, guys. Are you partnered with SimpleFX by any chance? I think I remember that from a previous stream. Actually, no, we are not partnered yet, but I'm definitely initiating contact with them and multiple different entities that I believe is going to, take us home. Going to drive this whole project home. And Amanda knows I've been hard at work on that. And that's something else to get into that. That lately we actually got picked up on some different press releases, right? We've got CryptoCoins news, we've got news BTC. Am I missing anything else? But yeah, you did that work, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you contacted them.
We're contacting ICO Magazine. There was News BTC. There was CryptoCoins News. There was, I think there were 3 or 4 other ones we have a list of. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting some exposure, which I think we really needed.
Actually, if you guys haven't seen that, we'll post that here in the chat after stream and stuff for you guys. Or if you want to grab that, can you grab that now, actually, Amanda? Those press releases, or just grab like CryptoCoins news, post it in the chat so that people can see that, because it was a really awesome article. Actually, the writer of that article is a platinum author for Cointelegraph, and she took credit for it. She did some awesome research on us, interviewing me, and also was very optimistic and did some research on similar technologies being used today in the market. So pretty cool stuff.
Yep. Sorry about the awkward silence.
No, it's all good.
So I'm looking for the link right now.
Wait, I thought you were drinking some wine. Are you not drinking any wine?
No, I'm not drinking any wine. Not today.
Oh, I was drinking. I don't know what that was actually that I just drank. That might be bad.
Why don't you tell everybody what it is that you're drinking right now?
It tastes like chocolate milk, but it definitely ain't chocolate milk. I'll tell you that. That ain't no chocolate milk right there. So yeah, it's good stuff. It's like some kind of mocha liquor.
Going back to the other subject, you guys, I will definitely link all of the press releases that we've gotten so far down here in the chat. I want to focus on this right now, but I will link all of that down here in a little bit.
Thank you.
Open up questions and stuff. Yeah,
cool.
Absolutely.
Another thing is any updates on the gambling site bot with your AI? Oh yeah, that's actually a good one that I want to bring up. Thanks, Dead Boy. So recently I was pulled in by the leader of, or the owner, I guess you could say, of a gambling discussion talk on Discord. I'll actually link that as well for you guys and put that out there in the chat. But it was Bitcoin Gamble Talk. And what's interesting about that is I got a lot of interesting questions. What we can do with machine learning to create a gambling assistant for you. Let's say that you're playing at a poker table and you want to know what your hand strength is and calculate, okay, with this many people at the table, 9, 10, this many people folded. Now you got 2 or 3 hands in the pot, and then what's the strength of that hand? If you like Texas Hold'em or poker or whatever, what's the strength of those 2 cards? Being high value cards, and what's kind of the hand strength, the probability that you may win the pot, and then to kind of give you maybe assistance on how you would play it. Like say you're a poker player and you're playing too honest, say like most of the hands that you've been doing, you're too honest about it, you're not bluffing enough, and it points that out for you, that would be pretty cool. Something that we can bring in with that And I've already seen a lot of machine learning algorithms out there for similar things like hand strengths, probabilities, but I've also seen, or I also know that we can implement something that is not out there, which is being something that analyzes your moves and actually shows your success and shows how you could improve. And even you know, live, it can tell you maybe what your next move should be, you know, by analyzing that. So pretty cool discussions out there. Like I said, we haven't started on that yet. We're working on the trading application right now, but I am excited to look at the possibilities there. Die spots for sure, automated die spots, bust a bit strats. Yeah. So there's a lot of programming that goes into those things. I actually have a friend of mine that went to Las Vegas, right? And he started working for one of those companies. He left my old job and went and started working for a casino and providing different awesome machine learning solutions for them. So it's pretty cool, and I know that it's picking up now more than ever. I mean, let's talk about quantum computing. I think Microsoft just released a preview of Q#. Pretty cool stuff, but scary, thinking, holy crap, quantum computing, it's the next thing. Who knows what kind of stuff that it can do, you know, with these machine learning algorithms. But we'll keep you updated on Discord, Dead Boy, for sure. I appreciate you being here.
Sorry to interrupt.
No.
On like places like forums, like you know, because we want to get everybody's feedback. So
yeah.
Places like Bitcoin Talk, you know,
absolutely,
those type of forums. We really want to try to get more people involved and
sure.
You know, ask questions and talk to us on these different forums.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, I love the questions coming in.
Yeah, not just the live stream, not just Discord. Like, we want to reach out to, you know, different platforms and be able to network to more people and talk to more people and explain Vega to more people.
Right. Honestly, you guys can ask me anything. I mean, I'll casually talk to you. We can talk about anything. But some of these questions coming in and some of these awesome, the awesome feedback that we've gained a whole lot of momentum recently, and you know, that's part of the reason why we extended our crowdfund until January 7th. Is we actually got some good feedback that people wanted us, people were okay with us extending that crowdfund, and they wanted to see us network more. They wanted to see us reach out more. Go grab those big fish, bring it in, look for acquisitions, look for partnerships. So that's what I've been doing lately, and it's been going pretty well. I've already got some contacts. I'm initiating some conversations with, I think Komodo's an upcoming conversation that I'll keep you guys updated on.
You might have already answered this question, but I mean, do we have any plans in the near future to do another radio show with Lutz?
Yes, actually we do. Okay. I'm not quite sure what the date is going to be on that, but we did 2 radio shows, right? We did one talking about Vega, was the first one, which was awesome. It was fun. And then we did a second one with myself representing Vega, and also Asphyxia representing Novus.
That was a lot of fun.
That was cool. It was interesting though, because we had text to speech in there.
Another thing that we wanted to bring up, you know, while we have everybody in here, is the crowdfund and the extension of the crowdfund. So Brian, kind of explain to everybody, you know, the reasons behind that.
So yeah, so what this extension means is it allows our team more time, especially during this time of year. It's a little difficult, but excuses aside, you know, there's areas that we could step up and start networking and big fish out there to gain some acquisitions, some partnership discussions with, and honestly, reaching out with what we're doing with artificial intelligence here and the technologies we're using, there is no limit to what we can do, and we don't have to be just a trading app. We want to look at other opportunities. Let's start a conversation. Let's set something up, you know, 3 or 4 months from now on a new feature for like gambling sites to use. You know, which was recent that I reached out to. There's all kinds of like.
There's a lot of potential. There's a lot
all kinds of potential, and with that, what we're going to see from now up until January 7th is you're going to see the foot to the pedal, foot on the gas. We're going to start really promoting a lot. We're going to do some more radio shows, some more PR, but we're going to drive this project home. We're starting to see.
Try to keep everybody updated with these live streams. We're going to try to do them once a week.
Yeah.
Our next one is going to be on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're actually doing it this week, right?
This week, yeah. So we're going to try to continuously, you know, keep everybody updated on these live streams and keep everybody involved. Yeah. And again, we appreciate everybody's feedback so much. I mean, throughout this, I think we've kind of gone over everybody's questions. So before we wrap this up, are there any other questions that anybody else has?
I think we had one about the token, which is actually a really good question. So does the token let us access your AI? So basically, this is how it works. The token itself is going to be an ecosystem for utilizing the different transactions and smart contracts. So once we get to the point where we're making automated exchanges, once we're pulling in different data from different sources, basically your token is going to fuel that transaction. Create the transition between one smart contract to another, and then it will recycle back into the ecosystem as we begin to acquire more and more acquisitions, begin to work with more APIs, more services, and yeah, it's a great question. But that's what the token does for you, is the more it gets used, the more the ecosystem and the more that it just builds and keeps gaining. As it recycles back in, and that's what it's able to do. So it fuels, it's fueled by, we're an ERC token, ERC20 token right now on Ethereum. So we've got the contract out there. You guys can look it up. It's being held by an escrow right now until the end of the crowdfund, so that all those fundings are safe. And yeah, we got until January 7th to really drive this thing home, and I'm optimistic about it. I don't know if you are, Amanda. Of course you are, right?
Of course I am, and yeah. I think we appreciate everybody's feedback.
But yeah, like a trickle-down effect.
And our next, fortunately enough, our next live stream we'll have our dev available, so we'll be able to go into a little bit more detail and play with the bot a little bit more.
We're going to actually have some visuals as well for you. I didn't
show you guys what it can do.
So he'll go through the code in high detail. He'll also show you some of the things that we've already created around some different classes to use Polynex and different exchanges. So we've already got that out there. It's just not being used yet, but he can go through that with you and the potential behind code and go over what we've already done in a lot more detail. So I'm excited about that too. Hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, everything is, we're working hard, and we're going to keep everybody updated, and we appreciate so much everybody's feedback and questions.
For sure.
So again, I encourage everybody to ask as many questions as you can and want, and we love to interact with you guys.
For sure.
And keep everybody in the community updated on everything that we're doing. So thank you guys so much for joining us. It was fun. This was my first time on camera.
Yeah.
So
that's
I was
awesome.
a little bit nervous, but it was my, now I'm glad to have, that everybody kind of got to meet me. And I'm behind the scenes guy, so I'm glad to be able to kind of.
That was good to have you.
Everybody, yeah. So, but yeah, we'll be doing another one of these on Wednesday, and again, we'll have our dev, so we'll be able to get into more detail and actually show you guys some more stuff. and we're excited about it. We have
Absolutely.
made a lot of progress, and we're happy about things so far. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us, and we will talk to you all again soon, hopefully.
Yeah, take care, guys. All right, thanks again, and we'll post some links in the chat after this. Go check out our Discord and contact me on there. I just posted that link in the chat right now. So, yeah, Bitcoin Talk thread. Go check that out as well. Let me post that. Great job, guys. Thanks, Christy. I appreciate it. The Amanda Fan Club is an up and coming thing. It's trending right now on Twitter, is what I hear. The hat is horrifying. I don't disagree with you.
All right.
Yeah, all right. Anyway,
everyone.
Take care, guys.
Joining. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye.